If you're in the real estate space, I'm sure you've heard about the fastest growing real estate brokerage in US history, eXp Realty. And today I want to share with you the top few reasons why, as a real estate agent, you might consider not joining eXp Realty. And this is through having hundreds and thousands of conversations with real estate agents over the years. I've been with eXp since October of 2014, back when eXp was only about 333 agents. Now we're 87,000 plus agents all over the world. And so through my conversations with many real estate agents, these are the top few reasons why I find agents don't join eXp. And one of the biggest questions that I get in having conversations daily with the agents, once they truly understand and look at the model, is they ask me, Micah, why wouldn't everybody join eXp? It almost seems too good to be true. And what I can say is I've been with eXp for 8 years now, and they're constantly adding and improving the model, and it's been absolutely life-changing for myself, for many other families and agents that we partner with within the eXp. So I'm happy to say that we have one of the fastest growing real estate groups within eXp, the Legacy Builders, where we're impacting agents' lives and helping them build financial freedom, but also time and location freedom. Hi, my name is Micah Marie-Watt. I'm with eXp Realty, where again, I'm one of the top influencers with the company, and we're very passionate because it's been such a life-changing opportunity for us to share that with other real estate agents. But I'm really gonna break it down to several points here during this video. You wanna stick around to the end because I'm gonna share with you why agents don't join eXp, and maybe it won't make sense for you. And so let's take a step back and really understand the evolution of the real estate industry. When we go years back and we look at the traditional old-fashioned model where real estate brokers were essentially having splits with their agents, but it was typically a non-capping model, meaning you would come in 50-50 split with your broker, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, whatever that may be, but you didn't have a cap on how much you paid into the real estate brokerage. I'm saying this from personal experience. I've been with, in the real estate industry for 13 years. And my first brokerage, I've only been with 2 brokerages. eXp is my second. But my first brokerage, I stuck around for 5 years. And it was a no capping model. I had to work my way up over time to an 80-20 commission split, but there was no cap. And so until I really sat down and looked at my numbers in 2014, I realized how much money I was paying my brokerage. And also realized that the big fancy office, the brick and mortar office that originally lured me to that office and to that brokerage, I was paying for that office. And so that is one of the challenges in the real estate space. So then, kind of the evolution is other real estate brokerage models came into the industry and really disrupted the industry. For example, Keller Williams and many others came out with a capping model, meaning we start you at a split, 70-30, 80-20, and then after a certain amount, you're going to cap and then go to 100% plus or minus transaction fees after that point. So that really became extremely beneficial to the real estate agents because real estate agents were paying a ton of money to their brokers. And of course, over time, that benefit and really the need has decreased over time. So, we don't need to go to our brick and mortar office anymore. Many real estate brokerages are not offering the leads and the support and the high level training that we can get elsewhere. And so again, that's where the capping model became extremely a huge disruptor in the industry. And then in 2009, in the down market, eXp was founded, and that's what I believe was the next big disruptor in the industry. And that's where Glenn Sanford, our founder, not only came out with a very competitive split, also a capping structure at $16,000, but then also on top of that, the ability for real estate agents to build true wealth through revenue share, introducing their friends and family and other real estate agents to the brokerage, and then also ownership. This was key. Ownership for the real estate agents. And that's because a lot of the other major brands were franchise models, meaning the agents would pay in their split. Maybe they have a franchise fee on top of that split, and then every market center was independently owned and operated. And so although there are these global companies, they were still independently owned. And again, that was the people at the top. So when you think about one of the biggest questions that I get or biggest misconceptions that agents think about eXp is the fact that we're a pyramid, or a pyramid scheme is one of the things that I hear all the time. And so I think that could not be further from the truth, because when you look at a pyramid, which by the way, many corporations and franchise models operate as a pyramid, you think about the people at the top. So maybe that's your local broker owner at your boutique brokerage, or maybe that's your franchise owner. And so all the agents are underneath them. And so everything is funneling through that leadership and that ownership. And they're really the ones that are getting to build true wealth off building that office. And so what I believe Glenn Sanford did was flip the pyramid model on its head, giving equal opportunity to every single real estate agent to build an organization within the company, to have ownership. And so that just became incredibly life-changing and a disruptor. And one of the reasons why I believe that we're the fastest growing real estate brokerage. Now, of course, we're going to have other knockoff companies that are now coming in with a similar model. But again, we've been doing this since 2009, and there's many other reasons and things that eXp has brought to the plate, including acquiring Success Magazine and now having Success Coaching and lending and healthcare and all these different things that many other companies, I believe, are going to be playing catch up. So with eXp, when you look at that old-fashioned model of really just having the benefit of the broker owner or a franchise owner, what eXp has allowed every agent to do is what we like to call equal opportunity, different results. And I know this because at my first real estate brokerage, if I introduced friends or family or somebody getting into the real estate industry, or maybe they are looking to switch brokerages, then there was really no financial benefit. But of course, I would want them to work in my office, and I would recommend the real estate office that I was with. But the ultimate benefit were to the owners. Maybe you get a small Starbucks gift card or something like that, what have you. But it's really not building true wealth. So when I ask many real estate agents why they got into the real estate industry, they say they want to build wealth. They wanted the financial freedom. They wanted time freedom. They wanted to be their own CEO and their own boss. But what I find is you can get financial freedom as a real estate agent. If you sell enough homes, have enough transactions, get enough commissions, you can build, a good amount of income. But what happens is it typically takes away from your family life or your personal life, and it takes more hours. You're always on the phone. You go on vacation. You can't be away from your phone. I always like to say real estate agents pay for vacations twice, because you pay for the vacation financially, but then also while you're on vacation, it's really hard to be present, because in the real estate space, we always jokingly say, if you want to sell a home, go on vacation, because that's when your phone always starts blowing up. So in order to build true wealth, you have to have duplication. You have to have leverage, multiple streams of income, and ownership. And these are all the different things that eXp offers. So why am I bringing all of this to the forefront if you're not looking at joining eXp? And the reason I'm saying all this is because I sit down with a lot of real estate agents who have said, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to join eXp a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And then once they sit down, they really compare apples to apples, they compare numbers, and they look at the bigger picture and the opportunity. That's when they understand, and that's when they decide to join. So before you make your decision, I would definitely encourage you to sit down and at least look at the model, because I believe that's what every good entrepreneur and business person should do, is understand the opportunity that's out there. One of the other huge components that really drew me to join in 2014 was the training. The ability to train with high-level producers, agents that are selling today. They didn't sell 20 or 30 years ago and sharing old practices. They're in the market today, high-level producers. The top 1% are sharing their best practices. And the reason I mention that is because the first brokerage that I was with, it was a great company, absolutely have nothing bad to say. But one of the challenges that I found very quickly was I chose the office because of the big, beautiful office that we had, which later, more than 50% of it was rented out to a title company and a lending company, not really there for the agents. But then also I chose the office because of the luxury brand, the boutique, the high level producers that were in that office. But I quickly found that top level producers in your market are typically not going to share their best practices with you, especially somebody that's young, hungry, and wants to start building their business, because they might view you as their competition. So when we go back to ownership, when we go back to stock, this is something that, to be fully transparent with you, I didn't understand fully in the beginning, because I'm an investor first. I like tangible assets. I like to flip properties, buy and hold, apartments, single family, restaurants, what have you, because that's the way I knew before on how to build wealth. You get enough real estate commissions, now you can go invest that in real estate, and that's how you can start building wealth, not only for you, but generations to come, hopefully. But what I found over time was that was not the only vehicle to build wealth. And it's really a matter of, are you in the right vehicle, the fastest vehicle? You can have a 10-speed bicycle and a Ferrari, and it doesn't matter how fast you go on the bicycle, the Ferrari is most likely going to win. So what type of vehicle are you in, and what are your goals, and why did you originally get into real estate? And so when I look at the ownership and the stock, when I joined in 2014, we were still on the OTC, the over-the-counter market. Later on, we uplisted to NASDAQ. But I didn't understand the importance of stock, and not only how it would benefit our agents financially, but also the culture and the community that it's created. Because when you make everybody a shareholder, an owner within the brokerage, it allows you to collaborate and really look at the brokerage as a whole, and coming from an abundance mindset and not that scarcity mindset that so many of us have as independent contractors. So one thing that was very unexpected for me was not only the high level training, the financial benefit of the stock over time. Of course, stock is going to go up and down, but also the culture and community. You know, that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Again, another misconception I hear about eXp is the fact that we're a virtual brokerage and you're going to feel alone and on the island and isolated. Well, when I talk to agents in our Legacy Builders group, agents that we have all over the country, all over the world, they say they feel more connected and they have more support within their group and more access virtually than they felt at their local real estate office. So that was something definitely that was very unexpected, and outsiders looking in, it may be really hard to understand. And the last piece of this is really ego. Many of us as real estate agents, we might have an ego, and I always like to say ego is not your amigo. But also, more importantly, we don't take time to sit down, truly understand the competition, truly understand the model and the opportunity. But also, as top and high level producers, we're just busy. And so we don't have time to sit down and think. And that's one of the worst things that you can do in your business. Tony Robbins always says, if your business can grow, if you stepped away from your business, would it grow or die without you? And so I think eXp, again, through the quadrants of wealth, through the duplication and the leverage and the multiple streams of income and the ownership, we allow agents to really build something that's an asset that hopefully is going to impact generations to come. And really, the real estate agents, we're all hard workers. We all deserve it. It's not because anybody got in early or they're smarter than others, but the agents that are successful are the agents that are willing to change. They're willing to adapt. We always hear the saying, if you don't change anything, then nothing changes. I think this could not be more true, especially going into the new year in 2023. Look at your business, evaluate your business. Are you meeting the goals of why you originally got into the industry, why you originally got into real estate? What did that look like? And then what is your 5-year plan? What is your 10-year plan? What's your exit strategy, right? And what does that look like? And are you in the right vehicle to be able to do those things? So if you're not willing to sit down and look at the numbers, if you're not willing to reevaluate your business and sit down and take the time to think and see what's best long-term for you and your business and your goals and your commitments, then yes, of course, eXp might not be the right real estate brokerage for you. If you'd like to sit down We have, we'll go ahead and post our calendar. It's maruwattcalendar.com. I'd love to schedule just a free 15-minute strategy session with you, whether it be on the phone or Zoom. Absolutely no obligation, but let's look at the model and see if it might be a good fit for you and at least explore your options. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as we're dropping new content every single week. Thank you for watching.